Hi everyone, welcome to week 13 of English 95 and 96. I know things are really crazy right now, but I wanted to take a minute to walk you through what we're going to do for this week. I know we've had some changes to our course, but hopefully with these changes we can just focus on working on your cover letters, revising the two essays you want in your portfolio, and then in a little over a month we will be done. For this week, what we are focusing on is your portfolio. Okay. So, just a reminder your portfolio needs your cover letter, which should be 2 pages, and then two essays from this semester, which need to be 2 pages each. Okay. So, we're going to start working on your cover letter this week. So, I made Google Drive folders for all of you. There is going to be a link on Blackboard. What I want you to do is to keep all of the writing for your portfolio. Any essay changes you make, your cover letter, I want them to stay here, okay? Not on Blackboard, because this is how I'm going to turn your portfolios into the writing committee, okay? So everybody has a folder of their own. Make sure that you're working in your folder, okay? And I'm actually going to show you guys how that works a little bit. So here is the folder I'll share with all of you. You've each got your own folder, and I hope that Kevin doesn't mind. I'm going to show yours first. So if you click on your name for your portfolio, you just have to double click your folder. And then what I've done is I've put all of Kevin's essays here. He's got essay 1, 2, and then the third one here. And then we've got a file for his cover letter and then the cover letter pre-writing. Okay, so if each of you have this document in your folder, okay? So if you double click on cover letter pre-writing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna work on this week, okay? So I want you you can click open in Google Docs, all right? And what you're gonna do once this opens, sweet. So once this opens, what Kevin is going to do is he's just going to type directly in this document, okay? And this is what I'm going to be looking at for your homework for this week, okay? And then there's a little sort of example of a letter formatting. So when you next week start working on putting this into your cover letter, you'll know what it should look like, okay? So make sure that you're doing your writing, your essay writing in here. So you do still want to remember, though, that your discussion board prompts, there are 2 of those for this week, and they are still on Blackboard, okay? So Google Drive folder for essays and cover letter, discussion board for the writing we're going to do together, okay? So when you think about your cover letter, who are we writing to? We're writing to the writing committee, right? You essentially want to convince these other teachers that you have the writing skills and the abilities to survive in English 101. Okay? So when you think about what makes a letter persuasive is when you have specific examples about how your writing has improved over this semester. Okay? So we're going to sort of work through this piece by piece, but I want you to be thinking about, okay, how can I write with conviction? How can I convince these people that my writing is strong enough? And the answer to that is confidence. Okay? You need to be confident. So keep that in mind. The 2 parts your cover letter needs, first, you're going to introduce you as a writer. Okay? What do you struggle with when you're writing? What strategies do you use as you write? What is your writing process? How could you improve it? So, like for me, my writing process starts with looking at the assignment. So whenever I have to write something, I look at what purpose, who am I writing to, and I start there. Okay. Some of you maybe just start writing. For others, you might use those brainstorming techniques we use this semester. But try and think about what parts of your process kind of do you struggle with. For me, I really struggle with the beginning. I want to sound professional. I want to sound correct. So often my first couple sentences, I just write over and over and over again. So after you've talked about yourself as a writer, your letter is also going to talk about your essays. Okay. So 2 essays are going in your portfolio. And what does each essay show about you as a writer? Okay. So maybe you choose our first essay, which was an experience. maybe you can say that this essay shows that you can talk about something that happens in your past and apply it to the future. But that kind of is going to depend for each of you. All right. So when you think about a letter, how is it different from an essay? Think about that for a minute. The main differences are that a letter you're writing to a specific person and the formatting. So in here, I've got an example of a cover letter. Let me move my video over. So you're going to start with a heading. You don't really need your address, but you definitely need like a Dear Writing Committee. And then you're going to have the body of your letter in paragraphs. And then you do need sincerely yours or like thank you, some kind of signature, and your name. Okay. So we are going to take your names off of these later. But for now, I want you to at least have a Dear Writing Committee, the body of your letter, and then this is sincerely yours. Okay. So when we start working on your putting your pre-writing into your letter next week, this is what I want it to look like. Okay. So for this week, all right, you've got 2 discussion board prompts, just like the last 2 weeks. You want to read Student Guide Chapter 4 on anchor papers and Student Guide Chapter 6 on cover letters. Okay. And then I want you to do the cover letter pre-writing in your Google Drive folder. All right. Easy enough, right? Just those 3 things. Okay. Well, not easy, but I just want you to focus on these 3 things. Okay. Don't get worried about the whole portfolio yet. We're still working towards it. Okay. So please, please, please do not skip these readings. I know a lot of us don't like to read in our spare time, but because we're not meeting in class, you really need this information, okay? So I'm going to call each of you this week and check in, make sure that you've gotten these announcements. Let me know if you need any help. Give me a call or shoot me an email, and I will see you guys soon.